Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashat Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpatu Vyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I am very grateful to ISKCON ICC for giving me opportunity to speak something about book distribution. So I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Rameshwar Das and I distribute Srila Prabhupada books to the celebrities and the other devotees and the other people. So I would like to share my experiences, like how I go and meet them. And everyone knows it is very difficult to meet celebrities and the people in the showbiz line. So I would share some of my experience, like when I met Sri Milkha Singh ji. First of all, it is very difficult to meet him. So when I contacted his manager, somehow or another, it was very difficult to meet him first. And I tried to get in touch with so many people just to get his number, where he lives and how can I meet him. And somehow others, one of my friend from Mumbai, she sent me his manager's number. And she said, please, you can, meet Milkha Singh ji. And then Milkha Singh ji is a former athlete and Indian Army. He served Indian Army and he was the gold medalist for Indian Army and the Indian nation. So Milkha Singh is a athlete person who served Indian Army, and also he is he was an inspiration for so many youth for the good health and the athlete. So I would like to tell you that Milkha Singh ji he was not only the legend for the athlete, but for the whole Indian Army and for the nation. So when I met him, it is very difficult. It's not very easy to meet any celebrity or anybody. So somehow and others, as I mentioned earlier, I got his number, his manager's number from one of my friends from Mumbai. She sent me the number and she said, please, you contact this person and he can help you. And that person, he lives in Delhi. So when I was calling him almost 10-20 times, I called him just for to meeting Milkha Singh ji. And he said, okay, I'll let you know. Sir, now he's traveling. It is very difficult. So I said, okay, I'll wait for whenever he comes back. So it was a Kartik time. And of course, the marathon was in the next month. So when I was contacting him, somehow and others, when the Kartik was getting over, at the same time, the Milkha Singh's manager, he called me up and he said, is it okay for you to meet him tomorrow? And I was in Vrindavan. It was very difficult for me to reach Chandigarh because he lives in Chandigarh. So I said, okay, I'll try if I can reach tomorrow. He said, sir, we'll be there 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you have a time and if you can reach there, please you reach there at his home 2 o'clock. Otherwise, he has to leave. So I was just wondering how to go. I'm in Vrindavan and just to distribute a book, I have to leave Vrindavan and it's just a Kartik time. It was the last day of Kartik and I was thinking whether I should leave or I should stay some more days. But anyways, because it's a book distribution seva, Prabhupada, he likes book distribution seva. So I left Vrindavan and my parents said, okay, what we gonna do here? We also want to come. So I dropped them in Delhi and I was just booking the ticket and somehow and others, I booked my ticket and I got confirmation. When I went there, I didn't know because it was first experience, first time I was going in my life to Chandigarh. I didn't know that how to go there and whom to meet, whom to contact because his manager, Milkha Singh's manager, he lives in Delhi. So when I was calling him, he was not even picking up the phone. And I was wondering how to reach him. Somehow and others, I reached ISKCON Chandigarh temple. I met one devotee. He was he has this transport and traveling. He's a travel agent actually. His name is Vishal Prabhu. So he said, "Well, I'm from local Chandigarh. If you can't contact Milka Singh's manager, I can take you there." So I said, "I don't even have an address." So I was just calling again and again, almost 10, 20 times. Then his manager messaged me, "This is the address. You can go and you can meet sir." And it was too late. It was almost 1:30, and I have to be there at 2 o'clock because 2:30 he has to go. So this Prabhu, he really helped me, and he took me to Milka Singh's house. There's one another devotee from Chandigarh. That Prabhu also helped me a lot, and we went to his home. Somehow and others, after so many difficulties to reaching all the way from Vrindavan to Delhi, getting tickets, and then reaching to Chandigarh. And Chandigarh, I don't know where to go, whom to contact. Somehow others, Prabhupada arranged everything, all the devotees, the Chandigarh devotee, and then that Prabhu who was taking me, we all went together to his place. When we went there, and when Milka Singh got to know that, because I then in the on my way, I was calling his manager again and again, and he was middle of something, but he said, "Okay, I informed sir, so you go there and definitely he'll meet you." I said, "Sorry, we'll be late." But somehow or others, when we reached there, Milka Singh ji was personally there, and the security from his home, he mentioned that somebody from ISKCON Hare Rama Hare Krishna temple, somebody is there. So he was so pleased, and we were also anxious to see him. And when he saw us, that we came all the way from ISKCON Vrindavan, we came from Vrindavan Dham. So I met him personally, and then I requested him that we came here just for to distribute Srimad Bhagavad Gita and present him a Bhagavad Gita. And he said that I am so blessed, I am so grateful that all the way from Vrindavan to Delhi, and you came here and to giving me a Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the message of Lord Krishna. I am so grateful. This is the first time, because I have got so many gifts, so many presents from so many people. But this is the best gift. You are giving me Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the message of Sri Krishna. And that Bhagavad Gita was as it is, Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. I presented to Sri Milka Singh ji. And at the same day, I had a very good fortune to meet the great Kali, which was again the big task for me, to contacting the great Kali, because he mostly travels. He has his own clubs and gym and so many physical activities, exercise clubs and all. So again, it was a big task. And the more important was that he was not in Chandigarh. I thought he'll be in Punjab somewhere so I can meet him. But he was not in Chandigarh. He was in Jalandhar. So again, the same Prabhu, the travel agent who's from ISKCON Chandigarh, I requested him, "Vishal Prabhu, is it possible for you to take me to Jalandhar?" He said, "Prabhu, now it's so cold." I said, "Yeah, because I spoke to the great Kali, his manager, and he said, you please come." His name is Raman. Again, his number was, I also got it from Mumbai, one of my friends, because they work for event management and all these companies, production houses. So he gave me his number. So when I contacted the great Kali's manager, Raman, he was always like, "Okay, I will let you know, I will let you know," because the great Kali was not available. He was always traveling. So I was waiting on almost the great Kali. I was chasing him almost 3 months. To every time I was thinking that I can go and meet him up, but it is very difficult to meet him because it's not very easy task. So when I contacted Mr. Raman, he said, "Okay, I will confirm with sir and let you know." So same thing with happened as when I went to meet Milka Singh. It was very difficult because I was very new in Punjab. All the way from Vrindavan, I went to Delhi and then Chandigarh. And suddenly he said, "Okay, we don't live in Chandigarh. We live in Jalandhar." And I didn't know that he lives in Jalandhar. I was thinking he'll be in Chandigarh, so I can give him a book, and next day I can go back to Delhi to Shishi Radha Partha Satri. But the twist was nobody was there to help or guide me how to go there. but I'm sure that I was going with Srila Prabhupada book, so Prabhupada will definitely help me. And that Prabhu who took me there, the driver, his name is Vishal Prabhu, he was very anxious. He was saying, Prabhuji, no problem, you please don't pay me, but I will take you there. I said, no, 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 no. You are taking me there, it's my service. But the more important is we have to distribute this book and we have to reach Jalandhar as soon as possible, because his manager said you have to be there around 7 o'clock. So almost 4 o'clock, 4:30, we left Milka Singh's house, and then we went to the great Kali, who is a wrestler who is very famous. Everybody knows him. He's a WWE, the wrestler, and a very fit person in his time. So when we went to meet him, so this Prabhu took me there. It was very difficult for us that we didn't know even where his club, where he lives there, or where he is a gym or exercise, wherever he does. So when we went there, this Prabhu was also searching, and it was not in the Jalandhar city. It was somewhere in a highway, which was another task for us to find out where is it. And when we were calling his manager, he was little getting upset that you don't know the address and calling me again and again, because he was busy in doing exercise and some other things also. But with Krishna's mercy and Srila Prabhupada's blessings, we reached there. And when we reached there, very, very difficult time. It's not very easy. First time in the city, and you don't know anybody. And somehow and others, Krishna's mercy, we reached there. And Prabhupada's blessings when we reach. So the security asked us who you are, where you came from, but we were wearing dhoti and tilak and all. So he thought some Pandit ji is there. So he went inside, and he went to the manager, and to inside. He said some Pandit ji is there from Hare Ram Hare Krishna to came with some Bhagavad Gita and to meet some Kaliji. So the manager was not there. Some other boy was there. He said, I don't know who they are. Just tell them to stay there. And after a 10 or 15 minutes, when we waited outside the gate, it was so cold. But I was very anxious that no, I want to give Srimad Bhagavad Gita to the great Kali. He has so much follower, he's very famous personality. So I was just waiting for him and praying to Srila Prabhupada, please help me. I don't know how to, to meet him, and he doesn't know me personally, what to do. But I was just praying to Srila Prabhupada, and suddenly the manager called me. He said, Panditji, you have come? I said, yeah, we are outside. Almost 10-15 minutes we are waiting here. He said, no, 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 no. You need to come inside. You don't stay outside. Just come. So when the great Kali got to know that somebody came from ISKCON and they want to present him something, he personally came out. He was so kind and he was so humble. And when he got to know that somebody personally came to see him and to give him a Bhagavad Gita, I was wondering, he is a celebrity. He might meet or he might not meet also. He say, oh, I'm busy or something. Like it happens many times. It's not easy to meet any kind of celebrities. So when I was thinking that whether he will meet or not, but when he came personally to receive us, me and that Prabhu, he said, please come, and I'm very welcome you to my club, and we gonna have sit somewhere. And then he took me to his office, and I was just wondering, and I was thinking how it happened. I mean, he doesn't know me. This is the first time. He's a great personality, very famous celebrity. Why he's meeting me? And what I've done, I have not done anything. I'm just coming here just to distribute book. But after seeing Srila Prabhupada, but because he was in US, where he saw our ISKCON devotees doing book distribution and prasadam and Sankirtan on the roads, New York, New Jersey, some other places also. So when he saw me, he was surprised. He said, oh, are you from Hare Rama Hare Krishna ISKCON temple? I said, yes, I am from ISKCON community, and we distribute Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the message of the Lord. So, and then I gave him a Bhagavad Gita, and he was so pleased. He said, I'm very, very grateful, and I would like to give some message. And then he gave one video recording message, which I shared with the devotees earlier also. And he was so pleased, and he was encouraging the youth of the India, that everybody should read Bhagavad Gita. It's a message of God, and everybody should read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So it was my great experience to meet great Kali after so many difficulties and so many problems. So same time, when I go and meet celebrities, it is not easy task. But with the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnavas, I meet. So the best incident of my life, I would like to tell you that few years before, there was one movie came. The name of the movie is called Dangal. The wrestler sisters, Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart. The movie, the Amir Khan's movie was there. So it is very famous. They are very famous athlete and wrestler, Geeta Fogart, and she won a gold medal for India in 2010 Olympic. So when I was trying to get in touch with them, I didn't know like they are from Haryana. Again, it's a big task. First, I met this Milka Singh ji and the great Kali in Punjab in the first time visit of Punjab, and the next target was this Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart, which they live in Haryana. And Haryana, it is not very easy to meet people, especially the girls, and they are a celebrity, they are a wrestler. So I was very scared whether I can meet them or whether they will refuse to meet or like what to do because they are the girls. It's not the male that you can go anytime meet. So I was thinking whom to contact. So there's one person I know. His name is Satish Yadavji. He was managing them before. To get his number again, it is very difficult. So somehow and others, I got some contacts from Delhi, and I was thinking that if somebody can give me Babita Fogart and Geeta Fogart's contact number, so I can contact them. So I got Satish ji's number, Satish Yadav's number, and when I called him, immediately when I called him, I said, Hare Krishna, Satish ji, I'm from ISKCON and I want to meet you and I wanted to present Bhagavad Gita to Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart. So he said, regarding what you want to meet and how can we help you? They are very busy. I mean, it happens. It's not necessary or it's not very easy that they can say, yeah, you can come and meet. So he said, okay, let me ask them. I will tell you. Almost 10-15 days, I was just trying to contact him and chasing him and asking him. So one day he called me up and he said, Babita Fogart is getting married. So it is a good opportunity for you. So you can come for her marriage and then you can present him as a gift. And I was thinking, I don't know them. And instead of meeting them personally, he is inviting me for the marriage. So I was saying, sir, are you sure? Should I come for the marriage? Because I don't know them. He said, no, I'm the manager and I'm the uncle also. So I know them. You please come and I will introduce you to the whole family, not only to Babita Fogart and Geeta Fogart, but the father and the other sisters also. So I said, okay, I will try my best. So when I went back to, I live in Gujarat. So I went back to Gujarat from Delhi. And few days back, he called me up. He said, please, she's getting married on this date. And I'm sending you the invitation card. So you please come if you want to come with the family or you want to come alone, however you like. So I said, okay, I'll come myself. So when I went, I reached Delhi and I met Sadhu Hidayat Prabhu from ISKCON Delhi, and I told him that I'm going to meet this celebrity and they're distributing Srila Prabhupada book. So he was so happy. He gave me one photo frame. He said, you can give this photo frame also if she's getting married. You can give this photo frame to them. And I was just thinking that it is just a desire to distribute a books, and Krishna is arranging everything. So I got to stay in ISKCON Delhi temple. They arrange everything, and then I went to their reception where I was invited. So when I went there, Satish ji was very busy, who was managing them. But somehow and others, he said, he contacted me. He said, I'm busy with something because the defense minister, Rajnath Singh, he also came there. And it was very difficult again. I was thinking that I'm going to distribute Bhagavad Gita to Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart, but I met Rajnath Singh also there, which was coincident. and I presented him Bhagavad Gita. So when he saw me with the dhotis and tilak and all, so he understood that I'm from ISKCON. He said, "You from Hare Krishna Hare Rama?" I said, "Yeah, I'm from ISKCON." So he was also happy. He said, "I'm very happy and grateful that you gave me a Srimad Bhagavad Gita," which was coincident. I was not planned to give him, and I didn't know that he was coming also. But again, back to the point that when I met Satish ji, and he said, "Okay, I will introduce you with Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart," and which was very surprising for me, because these people I have only seen to the big athlete program and on the TV screen only. I never met them personally, but it was the first time, and I was very confused, and I was very shy also, because it's a marriage and it's a family function, it's a personal function, and I'm from outside. But when his uncle was there, he was literally personally telling me, "Please, I'm there, you don't worry, I will introduce you." He introduced me with these girls, Babita Fogart and Geeta Fogart. So I presented them Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, and they were so kind, so caring, so grateful that thank you so much, Pandit ji. You came all the way, which was very difficult because I didn't know that where in Haryana their house is, how to go there. But again, Krishna arranged everything. And when I distribute them Bhagavad Gita, they were encouraging me that please, there are some other guests also, so you can give them. So I met so many people. Then Shakshi Malik was there. She's also athlete. Some other athlete and some other sports person were there. They were invited. So I distributed them Bhagavad Gita. So I was thinking that I went there just to meet two or three people, and then I met many people. So Krishna arranged and Prabhupada arranged everything. And then they introduced me to their good father, Mahavir Fogartji, who is who's the guru, who's the great wrestler, and who also encourage so many people and their daughters also to do something in their life. So they really helped me for book distribution. And I would like to tell you some more experiences. And first of all, I would like to tell you that this is not very easy job to meet the celebrities and distribute the Bhagavad Gita to the celebrities, because they are always busy with so many things, so difficult to contact them. But somehow and others, I try my best, and I be friends with the devotees and the people around them, the security officers. Like when they come to Rajkot in my city, so I go to the airport, so there all the security personnel is there, and the police community from the police office, and some local authorities also. I try to be friends, and to meet them every weeks and every 10 days, 15 days, distribute them books, distribute them prasadam every time. Just try to be friends with them so they can give me the information, because I don't know their schedule, what is their schedule is. But the local people who's working in the airport, who's working in the police, who's working in the local administration, so they always informs me with calling me that these people are coming. If you want to distribute them Bhagavad Gita, please do come, and they would be very happy to receive the Bhagavad Gita from you. So first time when I started, it was very difficult. It was not easy, because every time people were staring me, why this Pandit ji is coming and distributing Bhagavad Gita to all the time to the celebrity only, why not giving to the local people? Then I was thinking, yeah, everybody deserves Bhagavad Gita, it's not only the celebrity. But when I start giving Bhagavad Gita to everyone, so everybody was become so friendly, everybody was supporting that I'm not only giving to celebrity, but I'm giving to everyone. So when I gave it to the local people, local security staff, airport staff, and the administration people, so they were so friendly, they were so kind, and always helping me. So in that case, we need to understand, when we distribute the books, when we distribute the book, it is not a very easy task. Some people are very shy. I was very shy even to speak. This is my first time I'm speaking on the camera. I never gave any interview or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, it is a very big task to distribute Srila Prabhupada books. But when you want to please Srila Prabhupada, he actually arranged everything. Srila Prabhupada has done everything for us. We are just taking the credits. People think that we are doing it, and some people say, I meet so many people, so I do it. Actually, I don't do anything. I go and like a postman, I take Prabhupada book from the office or from the temple and just give it to them like a postman. But people think I'm doing it. But actually, Prabhupada does everything, and he is doing everything. He's just giving me the credit that I'm doing it. So distributing books to the celebrity, it's a big task. But my opinion, personal experience is, when we are very friends with everyone, with the local authority, with the local people who work there. So because they always help us. If I go and directly meet the celebrity, some people might like, or some people might not like also, that he's coming directly here and giving books to them, but not to us. So whenever I go to book distribution, almost 50, 100 books I have, and I give to each and everyone from top to bottom. Everyone I give them Bhagavad Gita, I give them a prasadam. So they always help me, like they become my team members. So they putting the box, Maharajji, where to keep the box, just let me know. And some security staff also just taking care of the books and stay with me, that nobody disturb me when I while distributing the books. So some of my experience I would like to share. The airport, Rajkot airport, one time I got to know the Indian cricket team is coming. And I think it is very difficult when Indian cricket team or any cricket team comes. They have some license officer, they have a security staff. So I was targeting that I should meet some of the senior players who has a big fan following, like Virat Kohli, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, and some other cricketers. So when I was trying to get in touch with the security staff, they clearly said, Swamiji, Prabhuji, this time is very difficult, it's not easy. But my desire was just to give them a Bhagavad Gita, no matter how long I have to stay. So I waited for them almost 4 hours because their flight got delayed, and I was waiting at the airport. Nobody was there because nobody knew the team was coming. But when the time was coming, so the news reporters and all the public were just coming to welcoming Team India. Although I was there on the gate to give them a Bhagavad Gita, but they were so tired. Nobody took the Bhagavad Gita. Nobody even showed the interest, and they went back to the hotel, because when they were traveling, they were so tired. They went to the bus and they left. So I was a little disappointed that almost 4.5 hours I was waiting for them. They will come and I will distribute them a Bhagavad Gita. And some security officer also told me the same thing. Maharaji, why you coming here? You wasting your time. Almost 5 hours now. You're here. You did not give Bhagavad Gita to anyone and just wasting time. And I was thinking, and I was praying to Srila Prabhupada. I came here. I tried my best, and I could not even distribute a one book. I'm sorry. I was feeling so sorry for that. But then I came back home, and I got a call from the airport people, because of course they saw me. I was waiting for almost 5 hours there, and nobody took a Bhagavad Gita. So the deputy commandant for DC from the airport, his office, somebody called me. He said, we are organizing one program, so I'm sure we're going to invite Mahendra Singh Dhoni if he can come. So if you are available and if possible for you, please come tomorrow, and we can see if we can meet you. So I was so anxious that I could not believe it, that whether it's happening. So I took all my books. I had some schedules to meet some other people, but I canceled it, and I went back to the airport. So I reached there 3 hours before, not just that he's coming and I'll be there for half an hour. No, I reached 3 hours before because I did not want to miss the opportunity. I thought he might come and go immediately. I would not be able to see him. So what I did is I reached there for 3 hours, and even for waiting for 3 hours, when he came, He immediately went to the DC office, the deputy commandant office, and he didn't meet me. And I was thinking, oh, I'm here for 3 hours and he didn't meet me. But somehow or another, somebody messaged to the DC that Hare Ram Hare Krishna, I'm sorry, Hare Ram Hare Krishna Prabhuji is there outside. So he want to present Srimad Bhagavad Gita to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So again, waited for 3-4 hours, and then when I went inside, and I was so happy, I was so emotional when I met Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He was so kind, he was so humble, because I was thinking, oh, they are the cricketer, they are the, this arrogant will be there, or they might be some egoistic person, something like that. But it was completely the opposite side. When I met Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he was so happy. He himself, he was sitting in the sofa. He stood up. He personally came, and he saw also, and he noticed that I was there when they were coming to Rajkot, and he saw me. He said, "I think you were there the other day when we came." I said, "Yeah, I was waiting for you guys, but of course you went inside, so I couldn't give." He said, "No problem, you can give today." So when I gave it to him with a big smile, he received it, and he gave one compliment. He said, "Even anybody just read a one page of this book, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, his life will completely changed." So I was thinking, he is a cricketer. He's not like a ISKCON follower or a devotee who will speak about Krishna and something like that. But when he was saying about Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that if somebody reads even a one page of Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, his life will completely change. So when I presented him Bhagavad Gita, he asked one more in Hindi. I presented him in English. So in Hindi, I gave it to him for his family or his mother or anybody at his home can read Hindi also. So it was a very good experience to meet him, not just to present him a Bhagavad Gita, and to learn how to be a humble in a very big position, how to be a kind to the people, and how to encourage people whatever they are doing. He really encouraged me. He said, "I'm so grateful that you are spreading this holy missions and the Lord Krishna's message to everyone. My best wishes are there. Just keep it up." So it was very, very good experience to meet Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And I would like to share one more experience to meeting Virat Kohli, the Indian cricketer, the former captain of Indian cricket team. And you can say he's like a god of cricket. The present moment is a god of cricket in India and all over the world. He's number one batsman, and he was a captain also in Indian cricket team. So he served Indian team almost 10 years now. So again, when I wanted to meet Virat Kohli ji, I contacted the local authorities here, and they completely refused me. And I was disappointed. They said, "You can meet anybody, but not Virat Kohli. I'm sorry, not possible." So I was thinking whether I would be able to meet him or not. It's not very easy. But I was just trying to, backing up myself that, yeah, definitely I'll do something. I'll meet him. I'll meet him. So I was going every day. So they were here for a test match, which was almost 5 days. So they were here for almost 8 to 10 days. So every day I was going to the ground, 2 and 3 hours. I was waiting for them. When they will come out, I will give them a Bhagavad Gita. Always, every day, 2 hours, 3 hours, I was sitting there, no hope, nothing. Oh, and then security said, "Oh, not possible. Swamiji, please, Prabhuji, not possible. You can go." So the one day I went there, it happened the same thing. Second day I went there, it happened with me. The third day I went, it happened with me. 3 days continuously I was going and coming back all the way from the ground, nothing. No good distribution, just waiting for him that at least he will come and I'll give him a Bhagavad Gita. The fourth day, I got to know from someone that today he is going to go for a gym. Instead of in the ground doing some practice, he'll go to the gym. And nobody knew that he is in the gym. People thinking he might be in the ground because he's a cricketer, he might be doing some fitness or some practice. But he was in the gym. So one security person came to me and he saw me because every day I was going, and luckily I was giving him a prasadam every day. I was taking prasadam. I always take prasad with me. Whenever I meet someone, I give them a prasad and Bhagavad Gita. So he was very kind to me. He said, Maharaji, I'll tell you something. Virat Kohli is not in the ground, so don't waste your time. He is in the gym. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, I'm here. I saw him. He went to the gym. So if you want to give him a Bhagavad Gita, maybe you can stand on this gate. So I think you can meet him. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, I saw him. So I requested him, can you please go and check? And he personally went to inside to the gym. From the window, he saw he was doing some exercise. So he said, yeah, it's confirmed he's there. Oh, I said, fantastic, thank you. So then I stood out the gym gate. Gym gate was there only, just 20 steps away from me. So I went there, the big door. I was waiting for him that he will come, he will come. So almost 1.5 hours again. 3 days I already waited for him. The fourth day when he was doing some gym exercise, after 1.5 hours, he came out. When he came out, I requested him. First he refused. I mean, he didn't know that what I brought for him and why I'm here. He was so respected that when I went there and I asked him that I want to present you a Bhagavad Gita. So he was in the gym, his hands were dirty because he was doing some exercise. So his gym trainer was there, Basu sir. So I presented him, but he gave us opportunity to take a photo. But he said, you present to Basu sir, and I gave it to the Basu sir and one copy to Virat Kohli also. So I was thinking how much dedicated they are when they're doing exercises, they're doing some practice, they give their 100%. So why don't we give our 100% to Srila Prabhupada book distribution when we do ourselves? I went for 3 days. So I was disappointed that I am coming every day, but I am not able to give a Bhagavad Gita. So what is the use of if I can't distribute Srimad Bhagavad Gita? So somehow and others, I got opportunity and I gave him a Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and it was successful when I gave him. There are some other cricketers also like Ravindra Jadeja and Suresh Raina and some other players were there. So I gave them a Bhagavad Gita also. Again, because every player, they have so many security people were there. It's not easy to meet them. But security people, when they saw me that I'm dedicatedly coming every day, last 3-4 days coming, bringing a lot of prasad for them, giving Bhagavad Gita to all of them. So they said, okay, you can give them, but you can ask the players. We can't give you the permission directly, but you can ask the player if they are interested and they are ready, then you can give them. So I asked them that if I can give you, then they said, yeah, we will accept. So then Suresh Raina accepted Srimad Bhagavad Gita when I gave him. And then Ravindra Jadeja also, he is an Indian cricketer, all-rounder, and everybody knows him. He's from Gujarat only. So slowly and gradually, when I keep going to the airports and different grounds, so I be friends with the cricketers also. So Ravindra Jadeja he know, then he started knowing me. Then whenever I used to go, he used to smile. And he was thinking, oh, this Maharaj has come now. We'll give Bhagavad Gita to everyone now. So one time when I was giving Bhagavad Gita, so of course, every time is a different grounds, different security people. But this time, because we meeting so many times, so he knew that I'm coming every time. So he smiled and I said, Hare Krishna, or, I greet him. So he also smiled. So the security staff might thought that, oh, he knows me personally. But it was not like that. But because we know each other, because often we meet in the grounds and airports and other places, hotels. So when I was giving Bhagavad Gita to Bhubaneswar Kumar, I was presenting him. So Ravindra Jadeja was passing from there, and he said, "Bhuvi, ले ले ये प्रभु जी तो सबको भगवत गीता देते हैं, तू भी ले ले, तेरा भी कल्याण होगा." So I was very glad that at least he commented like that. And when I presented Srimad Bhagavad Gita to Bhubaneswar Kumar, who is an Indian cricket fast bowler. So Bhubaneswar Kumar told me that thank you so much. I am so grateful because this is the Bhagavad Gita I'm looking for. I was searching for this Bhagavad Gita last 3 years. I could not find. because we were traveling all over the world, but I could not find somewhere. And luckily, Prabhuji, thank you very much. You came. So I had only one copy. He said, "Can I get two copies? One for my mother also. One I'll keep with me in my bag, and one I can get the copy for my mother." I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. I can give you a copy in the evening because I don't have a Hindi left." He said, "No problem." I said, how I'm going to come in the evening because they might not allow me. The morning staff knows me, but in the evening staff, they don't know me. He said, "You don't worry about, I'll tell my manager and he'll help you." So he called his manager and informed him, "This Prabhu will come with the Bhagavad Gita. So please allow him to come and give it to me." So I was just thinking that I don't know this person. He's a celebrity, he's a cricketer. Why would he help me? But because it was Prabhupada book and Prabhupada was doing everything, so he arranged everything for me. Not only that I did anything, only Prabhupada arranged everything, and it was Prabhupada books which I was distributing and I distribute. So when I gave him Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he was so pleased. And in the evening, I gave him one more copy. He was more pleased. He said, "I'll give this to my mother so she can read." And it was very great experience. So my personal and humble request to each and everyone, whoever wants to distribute Srimad Bhagavad Gita or to Srila Prabhupada books, first we have to read the books. If we don't read Prabhupada books, if we don't study the book, we can't preach or we can't distribute them because we don't even know ourselves that what is written inside the book. How can we preach others that they should read this book? So I try my best as much as possible. I can read Srila Prabhupada books, and I encourage other people also to distribute Srila Prabhupada books. And I have so many experiences with so many people, but I'll tell you very honestly, if you are dedicatedly want to serve Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada arranges everything. Not you do it or I do it. Prabhupada arranges everything. We just get the credit. Prabhupada gives us the credit that I did this or you did this, but actually Prabhupada does everything. He is the army of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, the mission. So he always give us the opportunity to serve. And last but not the least, I am very, very grateful to ISKCON ICC for giving me opportunity to serve Srila Prabhupada book distribution seva, and I can serve Srila Prabhupada. And thank you very much for inviting me and giving me opportunity to speak something about Srila Prabhupada book distribution. I try my best to distribute Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but without the blessings of the Vaishnavas and all the devotees, it's not at all possible. It is my humble request to each and every devotee, please try your best to distribute Srila Prabhupada books, because if we distribute Prabhupada books, he'll be pleased and he will do everything. Prabhupada will arrange everything. I will definitely tell you, it is not that I do something. Everybody can distribute Srila Prabhupada books and everybody will help you to distribute the books. I have a very personal experience. Many times I don't do anything, but when I go, so I get so many helpers who can help me to distribute the books, who can help me to distribute prasadam, who give me the information, who is coming, when they are coming, where should I be there. So many places, so many ideas are there when we can learn from others. But dedicatedly, if we are ready to serve Prabhupada, Prabhupada arranges everything. Just my humble request to everyone, please distribute Prabhupada books, study Prabhupada books, and Prabhupada will definitely help you for everything, for all the book distribution seva you do. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.